Hey guys, good morning. Welcome back to our channel, the Eaton Squad. My name is Addie. So for today's video are the travel rules and requirements to US mainland as of June the 22nd of 2022. Details coming right up. So CDC has already revoked the pre-departure testing going to the US last June the 12th of 2022. So all travelers bound to the United States are no longer required a negative RT-PCR test or antigen test or saliva test or any COVID-19 test. So here are the updated travel rules and requirements if you are traveling to the US from today going forward. For the general requirements, passengers must be fully vaccinated. So yes, the United States is still not accepting foreign tourists who are unvaccinated unless you are one of those exempted travelers who can enter the United States unvaccinated. Recognize proof of vaccination. Please ensure that your vaccine and proof of vaccination are acceptable to board a flight to any mainland USA destination. Download and print the attestation form of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention or CDC. Passengers are required to sign the form upon check-in at the airport. So, the attestation form, especially if you are flying with Philippine Airlines, they have this on their website. You can go ahead and download and print and fill it out before you head to the airport. But if you guys are not able to do that, this is also provided at the airport. U.S. state or county or city health declaration form. This form is if it is required by your state, your county, or your city. But I don't think any of the state in the U.S. is requiring this as far as I know. But it wouldn't hurt if you guys double check, especially to your final destination in the US or if you are going to a particular state. Then the last one is the Philippine Bureau of Immigration declaration form. So the Bureau of Immigration declaration form is also provided at the airport, so you can fill it out as you go through the process, your check-in and all that stuff that you need to do before you proceed to the immigration process. I highly suggest if you are traveling internationally, be at the airport 4 hours, if you can 5 hours before your flight. Though international travel is almost back to normal, but it wouldn't hurt if you have more time to fill out some paperwork, to stand in line, checking in, stand in line during the immigration process, finding your gate. So you will need all that time with you when you are flying internationally. So let us proceed to the protocol of the unvaccinated and partially vaccinated. I know I mentioned this earlier at the beginning of the video that unvaccinated foreign tourists are still not allowed in the US, and that is correct. The US is not really allowing unvaccinated, even partially vaccinated foreign tourist traveler to the US. Non-US citizens and non-US immigrants not allowed to board the flight unless they are exempted under the proclamation and CDC's order. I made a video on this with regards to the exemption of CDC to those who are flying to the US unvaccinated as a tourist. The only traveler who can enter the United States unvaccinated are those US citizens, US nationals, residents, green card holder of the United States, and also fully vaccinated foreign tourists. Outside of that, if you are under the category of an unvaccinated foreign tourist, unfortunately, just like the Philippines, you will not be allowed entry into the United States. So example of this exemption that you are unvaccinated, but you will still be allowed to enter the United States is if you cannot take any of the COVID-19 vaccine, because this is detrimental to your health. But you have to have a doctor's letter on this stating that you cannot have any of the COVID-19 vaccine because this will be dangerous to your health, or if you already have an existing sickness that will make it worse if you get the COVID-19 vaccine. So it comes with documentation to be exempted as an unvaccinated tourist entering the United States. So please take note of that. And if you need more of this exemption, you can check it out at the Centers for Disease and Prevention website, or CDC. They have it all listed in there. I will also leave the link in the description box for your reference. Also, another thing, if you are entering the United States as a tourist, you will be required to have health and travel insurance. They don't really have a specific coverage on how much you have to have for your travel and health insurance, but it is required. You have to have it because this will be checked upon check-in at the counter. I'm not sure if during the immigration process this will be checked, but it's always good that you have it handy just in case they will ask for it. But this is only to those tourists coming into the United States. So make sure to secure travel and health documentation to your final destination. Bring your own ink pen, and you are still required to wear face mask during the flight. I know in the US, you don't need to wear face mask anymore, but unfortunately during the flight, you will have to wear face mask. I also want to ask those who have just went back to the United States, what are your experience? What's the process? Do you really have to wear the face mask during the flight and take it off as soon as you land in the first US soil? Please share your experience so we can use it as reference to all our kababayans and fellow foreign nationals who are going back to the US anytime soon. So this is the updated travel rules and requirements. If you guys are headed to the US mainland, please take note of these requirements. Make sure to prepare for these requirements. That way your travel will be smooth. You don't need to show any negative RT-PCR test or antigen. If you have a layover in any Asian countries, you should not be asked for any pre-departure testing unless you go out of the airport or you are going through an immigration process again, then that's one thing. But if you are only there for layover purposes, having the United States is not requiring the pre-departure test anymore, then you should not be required to show any pre-departure test anymore. Because what's going to be followed is the final destination's protocol when it comes to pre-departure COVID-19 testing, and the US is not requiring all travelers who are allowed to enter the United States. That is as of June the 22nd of 2022. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, concerns, or inquiries with regards to this video or in any of our travel related videos, please comment it down below and I will try to get back to you guys as soon as I can. Or you can direct message me in our Facebook page, same handle, the Eaton Squad. Again guys, thank you so much for the continued support and trust to our channel, the Eaton Squad, and to my husband's channel, Polar Bear in the Philippines. I hope to see you on our next travel update. Stay safe, stay healthy, and God bless everyone. Bye.